Hey, what's up, guys? It's Celebrity Boxing's Damon Feldman. Welcome to Celebrity Boxing Podcast. Been off for I don't even know how many weeks. Just so excited to be back. We're broadcasting right now out of Malvern, Pennsylvania. Just some crazy things going on, but a lot to talk about. We got some great guests. This week, and every week we're going to be talking celebrity boxing legends. So this week it's going to be the one and only Danny Bonaduce in all his fights. He's fought under celebrity boxing. Also, we're going to have actor, film producer Thomas Walton on. He has a movie coming out, and he's really pumped up about it. He's a nonstop guy that grinded. We also have, her name is the Sea Moss Boss, and her name is Ikema Wells. She's a woman who put together a business off sea moss. I don't know too much about it. I know it tasted good and it's good for you, and she's going to tell us more about it. And all in all, it's just going to be a pretty cool show. And each week we're going to have different celebrities come on board. I just signed the Bachelor, Chad Johnson. He's going to fight in the Bahamas. Or Joe Giudice from Real Housewives is taking on Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband. So it's going to be really cool. We're really excited about that. And cool things are happening in celebrity boxing. I really hope everyone's doing well, man. It's just been probably the craziest time ever in life, as we know. And all this racism stuff. I can't even comprehend this, man. Like, I don't understand how anybody could ever be racial. You know what I mean? They're like, people are people. There's ignorant people. There's good people. And, if you don't like someone of color, that's pretty odd. I'll be honest with you. Like, how do you not like someone just because they're a different color? Because I spray tan and I get pretty dark. So maybe I'm black half the time. Anyway, I'm just really hope everyone stays well. A lot of things are opening this week. I'm excited. I got a lot coming up and a lot of new things happening in my life and career. I thank God for everything. Hard work and never quit, never surrender. I got my man Ray Schaefer here. Remember him, the godfather of celebrity boxing. He's going to come on for a few minutes. And he's there with my son. That's my son, Landon Feldman. What's up, Landon?
Hi.
That's Ray Schaefer. What's up, Ray?
Hey, how's it going, Brett?
How you guys doing? I appreciate you guys coming on. So what have you been like, Ray? It's been a little crazy. We've been in touch, seeing each other. Tell people what has the quarantine, the craziness, how's that affected you?
Well, you're stuck in the house and you really can't do anything. It's just crazy. All the restaurants have been closed, different things.
Yeah.
When you can't get out of the house, it's not good.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. Like, I mean, you look at all these protests and things that happen, and I just don't get it. Like, you got a protest, but I can't go to a gym. I can't go to a restaurant. My son can't go to school. I just don't get this, man. I can't comprehend it. I can't.
Well, if you think about it, they're letting people fly sitting right next to each other. They won't let them go to a ball game. You got recirculated air.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Some of the stuff they're coming up with even with the mask. Some doctors say the mask prevents you from breathing in your own carbon dioxide and whatever, and causing more problems.
Right. I just see it. It's so bizarre. I just see it as like, it just seems like it's like everything about this election everybody's saying, and a lot of people hate Donald Trump. I don't. How can you hate just Trump? I mean, he has other people behind him pushing this, and but how about the racism, man? Like, you and me know a lot of,
it's crazy.
American guys, Asians, Spanish, they're all part of celebrity boxing, and I feel bad. And when I saw what happened to that, what that cop did to him, that George Floyd. That was out disgusting, and it was such a hurtful letdown. Like, how could they let that happen? And it was really, really, really depressing. But
Well,
racism has to stop.
it's sad in the way you have a bad cop like that. I mean, any man that would do that, hold somebody down when they're saying they can't breathe and whatever,
Yeah,
like fighting with the guy or whatever. He was handcuffed and on the ground. It's, all it did was fuel more hatred and add to the problem we already had, which is sad. Look, the country's never been through anything like this.
sure.
Keeping people inside, telling them they can't work, and people losing their business. And it, what it caused was a lot of other problems that it's going to take years for this country to come back.
I know. It's a disgrace, man, what it's done to people, and it seems like it's tailing older people, 75 and up, and it feels like they're trying to kill these people off, and it's a disgrace, man. It's really disgusting.
Well, you know what? I think if we really knew what was really going on, it would shock people. I mean, this is not normal. At no time in history did this world now tell people they can't work, can't go out of their house, their livelihoods. It's crazy. And now they're going to say there's another wave coming. And who are these people making all these decisions? Scientists? Do they have a vested interest in the vaccines or whatever is going on? And then, like you were saying, are they going to wait till after the elections to see what these things around?
Right.
Crazy. All this stuff popped up. We're in the midst of an election and whatever.
Well, let's get to some other stuff. I don't want to keep talking. It's depressing. So, our talk today is going to be about Danny Bonaduce. He was one of our top fighters in celebrity boxing. Were you a fan of Bonaduce?
Oh, yeah. He's. You got me still on here, Damon?
Yeah, Danny Bonaduce was like a guy who.
Yeah, I know who he was, but I didn't know whether he still had me talking. Ever since he was a kid, he's a character. How long ago did you have him fighting? Was it?
Well, he was one of my first fights when I did the fights on Fox with Dick Clark Productions years ago. Danny was a guy. He was just a guy who would fight anyone because he just wanted the fame. Then when I put him in against Jose Canseco, I think he read the book and said to himself, "Am I really doing this?" Because he was 5'6", Canseco was 6'4", and Danny got hit with a punch in the first round of right hand before we really built it to the WWE version of boxing, right there. And Danny said, "Man, I made a mistake getting in this ring," and it was something else, but. Danny was a guy that would just step in the ring, fight anybody. But yeah, you would have loved him. He loved my son. My son was 2 years old, and he held my son, and he was really excited about. My son came to one of the fights. It was just funny, man. Bonaduce was a guy. He walked around like a tough guy, but he was a cool guy, man. He was from Broomall, Pennsylvania, and. I don't know, man. I think he did 6 fights for us total, and we killed it, man. Bonaduce was like, from him, he really started all this off for me. Then, Vanilla Ice, Todd Bird, all these other people came on board, and now I'm working with the Real Housewives and Bachelor TV show now. So it's pretty interesting, but it's too bad you never saw Bonaduce fight, right?
No, I never saw him fight. I never saw that fight. No.
You got to see him fight. He fought also Howard Stern's Bob Levy. So one time I was doing a fight. So Bonaduce was about to fight. Levy comes into the dressing room. I don't know. He got into a stupid argument, and Levy smacks him. And my guy Will Peel grabbed Bob Levy, and I almost threw him through a wall. And Howard Stern bought onto it. He was like, he couldn't believe that this was really happening, this fight. And we just blew it up from there, man. It was just really crazy. So, but
himself in pretty good shape, it looks like, too.
Yeah, that's him probably. Well, that's
Yeah.
Bonaduce about 10 years ago. Now my son's way bigger than him.
Really?
Landon can punch, though. I don't know if you ever saw Landon punch, but he has hands like, his idol is Floyd Mayweather, but he can punch, man. Like Landon's like, he's like really just blah, 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 bing, bing, bing. Just amazing guy. I'm just so proud of
That's why my bodyguard.
Yeah, hey, listen, he's a good guy to have as your bodyguard because he's a strong kid. But all in all, man, I just wanted to go. Bonaduce was. I wanted to always match him versus Willie Ames. It was really crazy. So after I did that, that was Willie Ames was a guy from Eight Is Enough years ago. But he always wanted to fight. Bonaduce always wanted to fight. What's that guy's name? Oh, Vanilla Ice. They got into it before a fight once, and I really think Vanilla Ice would have beat his ass. But Bonaduce was a guy who would fight anyone. It was crazy, and he just didn't care. You know what I mean? Like, but he was great to work with Bonaduce because I'll never forget. I was going through a career change, and I was like, "What am I going to do? Real boxing's not really working." I tried celebrity boxing, and what I did is I messaged Danny because I couldn't find his number. So it was like 2006, something like that. I messaged him on Facebook and he got right back. Yo, dude, blah, blah, blah. I love this. You know that. I want to fight. So he wants to fight. So I put him in with this guy, Justice. He was from the Wire 96.5 show and radio. And they battled it out. And Don Bonaduce won a close decision. And that just took celebrity boxing back off again. It was just amazing.
Have his own radio show for a while, Bonaduce.
Yeah, he has. Well, he was on WYSP, but he has his own show out of Seattle now. He's the morning guy out there, right, Mike?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you when he was doing radio in Philly, which I listen all the time. He's friggin' phenomenal on radio. I think he's an awesome radio personality. Did you, since he was in Philly and living in Philly and doing radio on YSP, did you ever meet up with him and like do anything with them or nah?
Oh yeah. That's what he got the job. I set the meeting up for him, not being arrogant.
Really?
He was doing when he done a bunch of shows. He was interviewing to try to do radio. So I came up with this idea of him versus Canseco. That got him the job as the morning guy for WYSP. And we did the fight with Canseco. We did 3,000 people. And Howard Stern, everybody came on board. We were doing it at the Aston Ice Works in Aston. Stefan, he was one of the guys there. It was unbelievable, man. It was so cold. When we did this fight, the crowd was like outside, down the street. It was crazy, man. I was living my life then. I was like, damn, man, I knew I was on something big, and hit some brick walls.
But so Donnie Bonaduce, because I listened a lot, and he always touted himself. And I don't know if this was for just the air, and with radio, it's just like TV, a lot of smoke and mirrors sometimes. But he talked a lot about drinking, and drinking for Loco. He talked about that a lot. Was he still a big drinker when you were like dealing with him and stuff, or no?
Yeah, Danny loved to party, man. He was a cool party. He wasn't a child like started problems and all. He just loved to party, and he was a guy he loved life. Like he knew he got a second chance too. Another guy in redemption. He spent time in jail. He was on the low trying to get his comeback. And we gave it to him, man. He fought he fought all those fights. I didn't do the Donny Osmond fight because that was back in like 2000, something like that. I did a fight. He fought Bam Margera's uncle. He fought.
Don Vito?
No, another guy. One of his brothers.
Okay.
He fought a guy by the name of Steve Kwasnik. Unbelievable guy. It was a great fight. He fought. Danny fought Bob Levy. He fought Jose Canseco. Yeah, he fought some bigger guys.
That's crazy because I met him once. He was at here in Jersey. He was at I believe it was Skeeter's Pub. He was doing some kind of Danny de Mayo, I think he called it, for Cinco de Mayo, and he was going around on a party bus with all of his listeners, and he was going from bar to bar. And he showed up there, and he was wearing this giant sombrero that was like the size of him. It was.
Yeah.
I wish I had a picture of it. It was crazy, and but he was such a tiny little guy. I can't imagine him getting into the ring. I mean, obviously jacked at that time, but he was such a small dude.
Yeah, Danny did more steroids than Canseco probably. That's what he always used to tell people. But he was a lot of fun, man. He used to know how to put the show together. He came in the fights and real exciting. You know, we've had everybody, Rodney King, which next week we're going to talk about Rodney King, and especially with everything that's going on with all the racial stuff and just the craziness. A lot of people don't know, Mike, that I was involved with the first ever Black Lives Matter. Really crazy. It came out when Trayvon Martin was killed by George Zimmerman. I ended up making a fight with George Zimmerman. He was going to fight DMX. And I was offered $1 million for that, plus
Wow.
crazy amount of money, like on the back end. Yeah, all I saw was my life was going to change. But where it did really change is in a good way, because it changed me from really wanting money. Because when I saw how hurt his father was, his family was, that I was going to do a fight with a guy who actually killed. And I started thinking about my son. And when I loved my son so much and I looked him in the eye, my daughter, I knew I didn't want to do this. I was like, money's not worth this, man. Like, and so I pulled out, but I still was made money. I didn't make a lot of money, but it was still an opportunity. But it was just like a wake up call. So Black Lives Matter was involved, and they're the ones that, like, you know, had some try to get 1 million signees to cancel the fight. They got 895,000. I could have done the fight, but then I really looked at it like, when you say Black Lives Matter, a lot of people don't understand, because two black guys raised me, and Frank the Animal Fletcher and Anthony Two Gun Fletcher, plus I'm good friends with a lot of blacks. And what people don't understand is black people, you know, they went through the, you know, the slavery, things like that. So when you say, and there's people out there saying, I can't stand this Black Lives Matter stuff, this, that, the bottom line is, I'm a Jewish guy, right? So 6 million Jewish people were killed by Germans, but you got to override it. But when you say to the black people, they don't understand, like, the other people don't understand that they're hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
but the good thing, the positive that I've taken out of this, from this horrific act, other horrific acts, the positive is the conversation has been started again. And the conversation has been started with the new generation. And some of the people like myself are still learning certain aspects of what it means or what has happened or what the truth is. And in today's society, with the ability to have information at your fingertips to be able to research stuff and see stuff.
Yeah.
One of the great guys I love to watch is John Oliver with last week tonight, or whatever the hell this show is called. But John Oliver, I love watching him, and he has a great perspective. He really he delivers it to you in a method that is understandable, relatable, and gets you on that page. So between that and talking with our buddy Supreme and all this, the conversations that have started about this, that are going to take not only the generations of our generation, your generation, but also the generations that are just coming up to have a better understanding and appreciation for certain things and the changes that are happening. That's really what is amazing from this. Take away from it, the bad stuff like the looting and this and that. What's coming from it is the discussion, is the understanding, and the putting yourself in somebody else's shoes.
Sure. No, yeah. I agree with you. But if you look at the looting, when you became the riots, then, like I was telling Ray and a few other people, how can the riots and the protests, but they were letting that happen, but they won't let us go to the gym, different things like that. So now all of a sudden it became, was this really, my mind thinks weird. So I was always thinking, like, this is like a setup for the election. Like, and I started thinking of weird things. If you really look at the George Floyd thing, and God rest his soul, if this really happened, it looks like it happened. It was out and out, hurtful disgrace. And I couldn't imagine a family member, friend. Listen, I would have definitely jumped on that cop. I had to. But you don't know, man. We're dealing with the craziest things in the world. the way that cop did it, it looked like it was almost staged. Like, how would you do this? Like,
so I look at it the same. I look at it, and not to interrupt you, but so I've seen all these videos because I like to. I'm the type of guy that goes to every media outlet, left, right, all different kinds. I try to be as educated and informed as I possibly can to make the proper decision logically. Like logically, this, and sometimes things happen that have no logic or make no sense. And sometimes the easiest, the answer that's right in front of you is the answer. Could it come out later on that something this or something that had to do with the election? Absolutely. But with the information presented to me, at least, and I don't doubt anybody else's the way they want to see stuff. It is what it is. It happened how it happened, and that's what caused everything to explode. And simple guy like that. Like, I just try to say, okay, apples, oranges, and where am I going with this?
No, I hear you, man. And like, listen, I'm friends with black women, black guys, black people raise me. I love black people. Like, there's no skin color. But what I'm saying to you is, never be surprised if something comes around down the road and said, "Oh, George Floyd was spotted. That cop was spotted." We don't know if they were both paid millions and millions, and it's all about a crazy conspiracy theory about the election.
Well, Damon, you run a business where certain things you have to keep under wraps, certain things you don't want to release until it's ready to release, whether it's somebody you've signed, whether it's something you have coming up. You know, you don't want to release that. I'm just going to mute him for a second. You don't want to release that and that information until the right time. So you know the core people you can tell. So when stuff like this happens, this is my biggest thing. The more people you let into a plan or something to that degree, the more it's going to get out. So yes, if something were like something conspiracy wise, and I only say that because that's the way that everybody views it, did happen, which I'm not saying it didn't, it would definitely eventually come out in some way, shape, or form.
Listen, it's far-fetched probably what I'm saying, and I pray and hope it never would happen. But I'm just saying, in life, you never know what happens in life. There's so the people that with money are controlling this world, and this, unfortunately, this Corona thing, just everything. It's just bizarre, man. I just want everyone to get along. I want to fight together. I want to hang out with my black friends like we are. No matter what anybody says or anything, I'm still hanging out with them, and there's nothing going to stop it. So I don't give a crap. So
exactly, and that's what caused causes all the emotions that come out of people to go into the streets in the insane masses that they did, is because it makes no sense. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, man, it's all about never quitting, never surrender. That's my motto. Thanks to a guy by the name of Bart Blassie came up with that with me, and I live that view. I live that life, and I teach my kids, you got to keep trying hard. You never can quit. And I'm hoping that, I'm a good role model that way. But it's just seeing the black thing, and like, people, what I'm saying is getting to understand, people have to understand what Black Lives Matter. And it's really a personal thing. They can't just say everyone's life matters, this and that. There's a personal thing with African-American people that feel like they were screwed over in their life. And listen, I agree, man. I don't know. I don't care what anybody else says. I have a lot of friends that are, all the fighters, man. I couldn't even imagine seeing a cop do that to one of my black friends. I honestly would. I'd either be shot or hit them. I would definitely have attacked them.
I grew up in an era, 50s, 60s, when there were things people had to fight for and things had to change. And it was terrible. There was a lot of terrible things. Things have better, and things like this with the police have happened for a long time. And they do have in that way, but you have to remember, we all have to care about each other. Until we do that, nothing will ever change.
Yeah.
Groups responsible for this one group. If you think like that, then you are racist. You just think everybody's trying to do the same page or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
hey Ray,
Right.
we can't hit Ray.
I'm
We're
gonna
having a terrible, tough time hearing you, man. Yeah, I can't hear him.
Yeah, I took him out. Ray, sorry, I put you in the waiting room for a minute.
Yeah.
You're on timeout, Ray. You're on timeout.
That's right. But let's get to some cool things. Ray's a great guy. Like he talks about this stuff.
we
But
got
I'm really excited to have this woman on because I don't know how we even hooked up like on Instagram. It was really interesting. Is Ray still talking?
he's in the waiting room.
All right, let him know though, because I couldn't hear him at all, unfortunately. But Ray's a good guy. He's been around. He knows it all. Anyway, let's get to our first guest. We talked Danny Bonaduce. We talked crazy racism. I mean, it cringes me saying racism. You know what I mean? But this woman is she's so unique, and she just does her business like I didn't understand what it was. I was like, CMOS. I was like, what the hell is this? Then she gave me some samples. I was like, damn, this is pretty good. And now she made a business where she's hustling nonstop. So I'd like to welcome. She's an unbelievable woman. She's known as the CMOS boss, Ikema Wells. What's up, Ikema?
Hi, how you doing?
There she is. I was just telling everyone, it's amazing what you how I met you, and you're on your way to building this empire. So tell everybody, what is CMOS and how you get started?
So I got started. So I myself was looking for CMOS gel. I was looking for CMOS gel all over the place, and I've been looking for it for like a year. So every time I would find CMOS, it will always be in its original form, the CMOS, the raw CMOS. But I wanted the gel because I understood the benefits of it. So when I finally made my mind up, I said, if I am looking for this the way I'm looking for it, it must be other people that's looking for it as well. And I was right. I decided to go ahead and make it myself. So, I mean, I didn't ask anybody's permission. I didn't say, hey, is this something that you think I should do? I didn't do any of that. I bought it and I made it and I sold it, right? As soon as I bought it, as soon as I put it up for sale, I sold it. And once I sold out of that, I went and got some more. I sold that. And then when I went and got some more and I sold that, and I realized people were so thankful and they were so happy that they could find it, just like how I felt like when I was like, okay, I'm going to make it myself. Now I'm going to have CMOS gel because I'm going to make it myself. People are the same way. They were so happy, so great. People tell me they love me.
Yeah.
They say they just are so grateful because it's some people out there that really understands the health benefits of CMOS, and they've been looking for it, and they're looking forward to benefiting from all of the health benefits, like I was.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because when we talked about it, you made me the black seed. It was really cool, but you know it. It's not like a lot of people come up with something and they think it's like a fast trend and they'll take it like they think it's a business maker. You have passion and you love this and you do this stuff in your house. It's all cleanly put together. You just do it. I'm so just unbelievable to have so much. I don't know what to say. It's just
Passion.
unbelievable. Good job.
I do, because I was actually looking for a business. So, I was looking for something to do, but I wanted to do something that I really was passionate about. So I've been ready to, start my own business. Well, I did makeup, and that was my own business as well. So, I mean, it's not my first time, dabbing in entrepreneurship, but I was looking for something, and I refused to do something that I did not have a passion for. Now, I've always been into health. I've been in the gym since I was 17. I've tried the vegan, I've tried the pescatarian, I've tried the vegetarian. I'm in love with spin. I was going to me and my girlfriend was going to open a spin studio, and we were going to have a juice bar, a shake, a smoothie bar at the spin studio with healthy drinks and stuff. So it just came together so well when I found out about the CMOS and how it was made and everything. And I was like, oh, this fits me perfectly, because I knew my business would be a niche. I knew my business was not going to be something that everybody was doing because that's just not what I wanted to do. So when it came along, it was like a light bulb. It was like a lightning bolt, should I say?
But you're also a woman. You're on the move. Like, it's not like your full-time thing. You still have a job. You have kids. You're doing your thing. It's amazing how you're a one-woman show. You're like such a motivator for women in business.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I still have my full-time job. I've been doing accounting for 15 years now, going on 16 years. I have a solid job that I don't plan on leaving until this thing blows up. If it blows up, I'm out of there. But I have my full-time job. I'm doing this full-time because the CMOS is full-time right now.
Amazing.
I am making and selling and delivering and shipping CMOS all day.
So how do you get into it? Like, someone was doing it, you got the hype, you just saw a future here with it. Tell more.
Like I said, I was looking for something like that caught my attention to an extent where I thought that it was worth all of my energy. And when I came across the CMOS and I was looking for it like crazy, and when I finally figured out that I could not find it and I could make it myself, I said, this is what I'm going to do. I mean, it didn't even take me like a day or two. It didn't even take me it took me no time to say, this is what I'm going to do. And I did it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I just did it. And and I was right because it's going so great. It's going so well. And I was right about my hunch. I was right about the feeling that I had that this is what I should do. I said to myself, and I said to my girlfriends, I said, if this is what God is planning for me to do, if this is the door that he's opening for me, then I'll know it. And I just feel like it was the door that he opened for me because a lot of people don't know about CMOS, even though it's been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about it because it's more of a coastal type of thing, like Caribbean Irish CMOS, like Ireland, Caribbeans, like Americans, us, we don't know a lot about it. Dr. Sebi did put a lot of people on. He started to put a lot of people on. But yeah, it's something that we definitely need to enter into our diet on an everyday basis.
What flavors? Tell us the flavors. Like, the black seed was really good that you gave me. Tell some other flavors. It's really cool.
So black seed, black seed is they usually use black seed in Africa to cure everything. So black seed is a very powerful herb as well. And I have strawberry, I have cinnamon, I have pineapple, I have mango, I have ginger. Everything that I try to incorporate in the CMOS is something that's really healthy for you, something that's really good for you. All of those things are good for you. So CMOS has 92 minerals, right? But it doesn't have vitamins. So you still need your vitamins, even though you're getting a plethora of minerals. So your body needs 102 minerals. CMOS has 92 of them in one place. So
yeah, good. So do you hear me well? Do you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. So what would you recommend? Say, like, I work out all the time, but I'm saying, say I'm a person, I don't really want to work out, but I think this could help me. What would you recommend, like, for a regular person that's not working out for CMOS? Like, what kind of CMOS? How much? How's that work?
Any of them. Any CMOS will help you. The thing about minerals is they're metals, so they don't dilute. You have, no matter how much, if you take a spoonful, if you take a cupful, if you take a 16 ounce, you're always going to get 92 minerals. But
interesting.
Right. CMOS is very good for workout recovery. So it's good for your muscles and recovery after workout. So for people that's into the gym, boxers, athletes, it's very good after you work out. Have yourself a CMOS shake, or you can put it in your water. You could just take a spoonful and just eat it. You can do a plain, or you can do one with flavor.
I love that. So when you say shake, is it made with milk, or how do you make like a shake? Like a black seed shake? What do you do with that? Like how's that made?
I mean, you can put milk in your shakes. I don't put milk in my shakes because I don't like milk in my shakes. I'll put fruit, vegetables, or whatever it is, and water and ice. So I mean,
Wow.
it depends. I get creative with my shakes, so I don't have like any rules on how I make my shakes. I'll put bananas in there, strawberries, pineapples, flaxseed, coconut. Coconut milk is really good. Coconut really is really good. I mean, I don't suggest regular milk, but you can get other types of milk, almond milk,
Yeah,
coconut milk. Yeah.
that's awesome. Now, do you ultimately want to open your own place, like a storefront with this, or do you see it more in with a gym?
I would love to. I do want to open a storefront with it. I still would love to open up a spin studio. I still love spin. I can't
Yeah,
cycling. I can't wait until the gyms open back up. But
yeah,
I put a lot into the research, and me and a girlfriend of mine into opening up a spin studio, but it never happened. But that's not off the table. But I would love to have a spin studio and have a CMOS storefront where I have all types of stuff, not just the CMOS. I want to do all kinds of stuff with it. I mean, baked goods. You can do anything with CMOS. You can add CMOS into any food at all.
so
Any
listen, remember, I called you to CMOS, the queen of CMOS first, so don't forget me because I know this thing's going to take off. But I love your idea of the spinning class and this. That's a great idea. Like, and
just
now
health,
was that?
just health and wealth, health.
Yeah, no,
Health.
you're exactly. You're going to make it work. I know you are. You have that meeting. You have that just appearance, but more your persona. You know how you're going after. There's no one going to tell you can't do it, and I could tell that in you, and I know you're going to do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, usually I convince. I am so confident that people are 100% sure that I'm going to do it. So they're not like,
Yeah.
you're not going to do it. They're like, oh, I can't wait until I see you do this, because it's like, there's no other way.
No, no doubt. I'm excited you came on. I feel honored to know you. You're a woman that just goes after her dreams, man. More people should understand. And I think you should start doing some speaking engagements because of how you did this and how you put this together and where you're going. It would definitely inspire a lot of women.
Yeah, because as I said, I just jumped into it. I didn't even think about it. I didn't think about people saying, why is she doing that? I didn't think
Yeah.
about people saying, I ain't buying that. I ain't think about none of that. And I'm doing great. I mean, I sell CMOS all day, every day.
It's amazing. It really is. How do people buy it? Like they watch this, they want to try it out or down the road. How do they buy it?
So right now I'm selling it strictly through social media, which is fine. Social media is a great platform.
How do they contact you? Tell them how they contact you.
So my Instagram is aki.kimchi.cmos. So it's IKE.KIMOCHI.CMOS. SEAMOSS. So right now I do have a website that's under construction, but we're about 80% done. So that should be done maybe in a couple weeks. But right now, I mean, I'm doing everything directly through Instagram. And I also have an email as info@kamachicimos.com.
I'm gonna tag you in. Like we'll do a screenshot later of this, and people could check you out. But I just want to say it was great to have you on, and we'll have you on more and more, like as you get bigger and bigger. And I'm really proud of you, and just keep it going.
We didn't talk about that benefit that I was telling you about.
Oh yeah. Tell me about that. I just got a few minutes. Go ahead. Tell me.
So
I forgot.
CMOS
Sorry.
has another benefit that's besides health benefits. is really good for the libido, for the sex drive. So Caribbean women would make their on Valentine's Day, and this is true. This is not a myth. This is fact. Caribbean on Valentine's Day, Caribbean women. So I'm half Puerto Rican and half black, so I know about being their lifestyle to some extent. But Caribbean women, they would make sea moss drinks for their husbands or their boyfriend or their significant other on Valentine's Day, so they can have a long night.
Oh,
And it's really true. I mean, I would vouch for it. So you have to try it for that reason. Everybody should try it for that reason.
So we're gonna talk more and more about this. We're gonna figure a good point of that. I forgot about that's what I wanted to talk to you about. And I think I was just doing the other stuff. But Akima, you're awesome. I'm really excited. You came on. Check her out, Akima Wells, and we're gonna post it later. And she's the sea moss boss.
Yes,
with the
moss boss.
The moss boss, yeah. Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
I think that you're doing so great as well. I can't wait to see all the things that you got coming up. I already told you I'm going to be there front and center. I want to see it all. I'll be there.
Awesome. I really appreciate it. I'm going to talk to you soon, and have a great night. Thanks for coming on.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, dude, when you say someone with energy, dude, like I met her a few times. And she does her thing, man. It's just
I've never heard of sea moss.
I didn't either.
Never heard of it.
She gave it to me. I felt like on fire that night. She gave it to me. I tried a little sample. It's the black seed, and I just wanted to go train, but I couldn't because I just had my operation. But is that Ray back on here? Ray's here.
Ray's here.
Now, what is that she was talking about, Damon?
Oh, a sea moss.
It's like peanut butter.
Yeah. It's really good though. It's like if you work out hard and after the workout, it's like a post workout. It's just really, really good. And but what's really interesting about Akima, I met her and she just is a woman that's just like trying to make it big with what she does. She has a niche. Everything's like we always talk about, Ray, a niche. She has a niche.
Mm-hmm.
What's Ray?
Pretty up.
What's that?
She seems pretty upbeat for what she's doing. She's
she's a woman you want to hang with. That she has a good business going and keeps you motivated. Man, this has been so cool to be back on air again. Mike, thank you for always staying dedication. Mike Francolino does this thing. Dude. Toxic Radio. It's weird how we met, and of the other stuff people want to do, dude. I'm just committed to you, bro, and you know how to make things happen, and you really do.
It's all about. It's about.
Like
nothing
I don't
hold us back,
dude. You made this happen. Like I was like trying to do the show. It was getting a little screwed up, and you made it happen. It's just you're an amazing guy.
The show must go on. That's the way it goes. The show must go on.
For sure, man. I mean, it's really cool though because this has been honestly a really cool. It's been a really cool show so far, and I'm really excited to have my next guest on. He's been a friend. I know him. He's fought in celebrity boxing. Another guy had never quit, never surrendered, grinded. TV shows. He had dreams bigger than life. And I was like, sometimes you think like, is this real guy serious? But he never quit. And now he has a movie coming out, Room 9. I'd like to welcome the Thomas Walton. Tom Walton, what's up, brother?
What's up, Damon?
Look at him, man. You're my man. I don't know. You get your eyebrows done. You look like you're tanned up, man. You got your Hollywood look on.
How you been, buddy?
Great to see you, man. I was just telling everyone, I'm so proud of you, man. Like, you're a guy that had dreams bigger than the world. You never quit. And they were sometimes you were like, a lot of people are like, did this really happen? Blah, blah, blah. Dude, you did phenomenal, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were a guy. It's just, you made this happen. I remember, so I had made the stupidest mistake of my life, came out of jail. And you called me. It's like, what are you doing? You brought me down where I was able to watch you filming Room 9. Dude, I couldn't believe I was watching this and you made this happen. So what's up? What's coming up with Room 9? What's next?
Yeah, so Room 9 is a film, horror film I put together. It stars horror icons Michael Berryman, The Hills Have Eyes, Scout Taylor Compton from Rob Zombie's Halloween, Kane Hodder from Friday the 13th. We put that project together. It was, it was hard, but we did it, man. Me and the producing team want to send a shout out to my producing team, my bros, Jared Safier, Safier Entertainment, Naveed Sonati, Step by Step, MJ, Mary Jane Prosecco, Clap It. We put this together, and little, knowing. Look, you know how it is in Philly, man. Some people believe in you. Some people, want to like tear you down, for trying to live your dreams. But dude, we went out. We got a studio deal. I can't reveal just yet, but it's one of the top 3 biggest studios in Hollywood, bro.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is just amazing. I mean, you're a guy that's making things happen. A lot of people talk, but now you're a guy, it's like there's no more, oh, yeah, hopes and dreams. It's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. Like now, probably you're gonna, once this happens, everybody's gonna be knocking your door down. And I know how that is, man. All these, people, they never believed in it. Then when you hit it big, all of a sudden everybody wants to be there. You know what I mean? And it's just proud to know a guy like you. I mean, I know you for so long, bro. I mean, we've
Yeah, long
been
time.
Picas, dude. You fought 2 celebrity fights. You're 2-0. You even met Rodney King and was hanging with him.
Yeah, Rodney was my buddy. I met him. Wow, that was a long time ago, bro. Probably 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I fought the match underneath him. I wound up, breaking. I broke, 4 of my ribs. So, the boxing's real, man. When you fight with Damon, you go a little, it's not like you go crazy. But I got 4 of my ribs broken, so it's real, bro. And I got close. I got close with Rodney then because, we talked about the riots and what happened in L.A. back in the 90s, bro. And, that's what's happening again all these years later. So, poor Rodney passed away, man. But, what's going on in the world? It's real, dude. The world's in a toxic place right now. We got to all come together as human beings, bro, and lift each other up because that's what people don't do that, bro. People don't do that. And that's what they realize that we got to do. We're all humans. We got one shot at this thing called life. You really got to support, love each other. And that's the problem. So many people they have jealousy or they don't want to do that. And they don't believe in you. But you never know what's going to happen. You never know what a person's life, how it's going to turn a 180 and something's going to happen or what dreams going to come true or what someone's going to do in life, man.
Hey, you're always, one thing about you, you're never a hater. I never saw you like get mad. You just kept, knocking around. Dude, you started, like, honestly, when you say from the ground up, you started from the ground up, man. And
dude, I started my mom's basement, bro. Just grinding, bro. Just, a lot of people laughed at me. But then, like, when it started taking off a little at a time, I got a lot of supporters, and I got a lot of supporters in Hollywood. All it is you got to get a couple people to back you and believe you. I got a lot of my producer friends are really big producers. Just believing, like my boy Jared, just believed in me, man. Put me on in Hollywood and said, "Look, man, this dude's talented." So, guys like that, if you can find a niche of people who believe in you, bro, then you can really elevate to another level. You just have to find those good people to believe in you, man. Because, like we all got to start somewhere, dude. I've been doing this shit for 20 years, bro. Now I got a bunch of projects. If you mind if I tell you the projects we got coming up?
of course, I want to hear them if you're good to tell them.
All right, cool. So we got my boy Johnny Hickey, his project coming up called Habitual. It stars Johnny's the writer director. He's from Boston. He's my homie from Boston, and I related so much to him because he's just like me. He's like a Philly dude, bro. He's not like he's a street dude, bro. He's like me. You know what I mean? We grew up, street smart, and that's what made me and him connect so like right away, instantaneously, bro. and it stars his boy from MTV. If you ever see the TV show The Challenge, Chris CT Tamborella. So he's one of the stars in it. So me and my boy Jared jumped on board that, and we're producing that. So I actually want Johnny and maybe Chris, dude, to fight on celebrity boxing for you, bro. There's some hard ass Boston boys that can knock some homies out.
Well, let me, so we just signed a guy from The Bachelor. He's one of the most popular guys, wild guy, great guy. That would be a great match. We have to talk about that. Philly Indie Films presents, right?
Philly Dreams, yeah, dude. I can
Philly
get one.
Dreams.
Yeah.
So hold on, let's get to that point real fast. Philly Dreams. Tell us more about how you came up with your name, your company.
So man, back in like 2010, bro, I was talking to my bro John Gillard. I know you know John. Me and him were doing a lot of short films back in the day. And I was like, John, man, I got to do something. I got to get on the next level, bro. And I got to represent Philly. I was like, what about Philly Dreams? And he's like, nah, Philly Dreams. He's like, Tom, what about Phila with an A, Philly Dreams? And I was literally sitting, you know, I mean, in front of in Upper Darby, bro, just sitting there. John was in Jersey, and the name just clicked, and we started making logos up. And I like for 10 years, man, I was like throwing pieces of salami at the wall, hoping one would stick. And then like I was doing so many films, man. I was like producing a film with Nicolas Cage that didn't stick, and all this stuff. And I got so frustrated, man. And then I came home and I did this movie. I hit up my boys, Kane and Berryman and Scout, and I was like, look, man, let's do this movie, Room 9. Like I said, little did I know, man, we got a studio deal. It's going to come out early next year on all platforms, DVD, all over, bro. So, I mean, something small. You think something big like a Nicolas Cage movie will stick, but it was the little movie that stuck, bro, and kind of got, you know, my business. It got me where I'm at.
It's amazing, man. You know, you're grinding at it. You remind me of the guys that did that movie, the Blair Witch Project, but you're a guy that's going to blow it up. I think they hit it by accident, and I think that you're a guy that is going to be like the next big Hollywood producer, you know, and I hope you do my movie, maybe. No.
Yeah, dude, 16-minute man, bro.
Hey, you've been a part of the whole grind anyway, but no, I'm just real proud of you, Tom, and everybody in Delaware County should understand, man. You know, you got some other guys out there doing their thing, but you're a guy that never quit, never surrendered. And you have Room 9 coming out. It's going to be a hot movie. There's no doubt, man. The people you have attached to this, even Tony Devin, man. Like, I love
Tony Devin, Brian Anthony Wilson,
man, come on,
David Rain. David Rain. We got a lot of Philly. And the thing about my projects, Damon, I'm really urban, so I always put an urban twist to my project. So Room 9 is a horror movie. It's a social thriller, and I was pitching urban movies with horror a long time ago to Hollywood, and it was really accepted. But I was always like, you know, horror movies was always like, I don't know, man. You always had white stars in horror movies, and I was like, nah, man, I'm trying to get my bros, you know what I mean, like hip hop and stuff, and I was trying to elevate that into horror. So I put an all black cast in, you know, the family in Room 9 with these horror stars, and dude, it took off, man. We got another project called Dope Unit, bro. It's a TV show. We're pitching. We're pitching overseas, and we're in the middle of like a big thing overseas with them, and that's a show about undercover. It's an undercover unit, police officer unit in Philadelphia that are and the force is all undercover rookie black cops.
Wow, and it might be timing's everything. You're coming out with it crazy times because you know me and you, we were white guys and all our friends are black. You know what I mean? Like not all, but it's just it breaks your heart knowing that there's racial people out there, even black people, white people. It's depressing knowing this, man. But yeah, you just got to keep grinding. What do you think of all this craziness with the racism stuff?
I mean, it's crazy, you know. I mean, I grew up in an urban environment. I grew up in Upper Darby, and I spent a lot of my time in West Philly. A lot of times, you know, I hang up, you know, I'm always like hanging out in the hip hop ciphers and hanging out with hip hop. I try to mentor a lot of young dudes, even filmmakers young. I was mentoring a young rapper he was trying to do big things. I'm still trying to help him. I'm mentoring Joe Barlam. He's
Joe's a great guy.
Yeah, you know Joe. Yeah, Joe's out in Hollywood, and Joe's an actor. And I'm like, Joe, why don't you help with the producing? So I've been mentoring him for like a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And dude, like he came on board. I'm doing another movie, another horror movie. We start shooting in a couple months, and we brought him in. We brought him in to mentor him as a producer because I mean, I feel like, man, if you give back, you can't give back to everyone, but if you can try. But if you give back to a certain, I'm really look. I got sober 4 years ago. I've always been. I know you did. Congratulations. And I've always been about giving back, bro. And a lot of times I gave back to the wrong people that stabbed me in the back. Dude, Room 9, a lot of dudes stabbed me in the back. They didn't believe in me. And now they're like, oh, shit, the dude got a studio deal. But
I know. Everybody's going to be kissing your ass.
Yeah, but it's not going to stop me from helping people. It's not going to stop me from helping
Tom, let's get to that point real fast, man, because it's a great point because a lot of people are suffering right now with that. So, I had a drinking problem. I was out drinking, depressed, stupid. 4 years, I haven't had a drink. And I never.
Me too.
Now, you too. Don't you feel like I look back at my life and I look at my son, kids, and like, how the F did I ever drink? Like, I couldn't even think about drinking now. Are you just saying like?
Well, dude, yeah. I mean, bro, back when I was drinking, bro, I was like 6 foot, 250 pounds, out of shape, unhealthy. I had a heart palpitation. I was just a mess, but I did that, man, to numb the pain. I saw so much death, bro. I saw so much death and I saw so much crap in my life that it's just like I tried to numb the pain. Like, dude, I tried not to wake up in those days. So now when I took that poison, that toxic out of my body, I mean, there's still days I deal with depression, but that toxic, that I was just a mess. I could, I just that toxic, that crap's out of my life, and it's letting me focus more on not only myself, but it's allowing me to love myself. I never loved myself.
Love that, man. Love it.
Yeah, and it's allowing me to, dude, it's allowing me to love myself as a human. And I still have doubts, bro. I call my bros all the time. It'll be 4 a.m. I'll be calling my boy Joe in Hollywood. Yo, Joe, I'm having doubts. And he's like, yo, bro, stop having these doubts, man. You're killing it. But I'm still having, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just something mental. I don't know. We all have them. We're all humans. And, bro, but quitting the drinking allowed me to definitely grind and appreciate life a lot more, bro.
No, and there's that. Guess what? Looking at you right now, I can't wait to see it. We're supposed to meet. You could just tell the difference in you, man. You look great. You look in shape.
Thanks, bro.
I don't know. You just look motivated. Like it changes you, man. Like when you drink, it makes you sloppy. It makes you, I don't know, man. Like violent, mad, depressed. I'm so happy I don't drink anymore. I'm glad you don't. Now we just gotta find the right women now. You know what I'm saying? Like, dating's even tough because like when you're in this position where I'm at, you're at. It's like you don't know who's real, who's not, and a lot of fakes out there. But man,
a lot of fakes, bro.
I'm just so proud of you. You got some great things. So, how do people find you on social media if they want to follow you, contact you? Do you have anything coming up where people can, maybe try out for you?
I got 2 other projects instead of just doing the Room 9 and the Habitual. I'm also doing a Toy Box, a movie with my bros Jared and David Sonati. It's we got Bill Moseley, the horror star Bill Moseley from Bill. He was just in he's always in Rob Zombie films. He's a really big horror star. We're doing that. So hey man, you guys want to get a part of a Toy Box movement? Check us out on IMDb. Holler at me. My boy David Jarrett. I also got a movie called Dogmen starring DMX.
Wow.
DMX and Tara Reid. I'm producing it with my homie Antonio Simmons. He's the writer-director. He's a part of Rough Riders. Remember Rough Riders growing up in the 90s?
I know Willie D.
Okay, yeah. So that's all his people, bro. All his people. So he came at me. He's like, "Look, Tom, you want to produce this?" And I said, "Yeah." So they're building that together now with they got DMX on board. They got a lot of good dudes, man. Eric B, Rakim, just a lot of cool people, bro. So that Toy Box, bro, Dope Unit, Room 9, Habitual. We're just doing our thing, bro.
So what are you Are you the next Stephen King or
Stephen King. No,
Spielberg?
I'm the next
Spielberg?
Thomas Walton, bro.
You are the Thomas Walton, bro.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at the Thomas Walton, THEE Thomas Walton, Room 9 feature film page, and Filler Dreams Films. Give us a follow. Send us a message if you're an actor. I really like aspiring budding actors, rappers. I'm really huge into hip hop, especially like the West Philly movement. You guys can find me on there. Don't be shy. Hit me up. I will get back to you guys. Damon, 16-minute movie, 16-minute man movie, and I really want to get something going. Damon with a celebrity box, and like I told you, my boys in Boston gonna knock someone's head off. Maybe this dude from The Bachelor. They can show him how to fight, bro.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to take a screenshot later on and we'll tag you in there. People can follow you. Tom, man, I'm real proud of you. Thanks a lot for coming on. We're going to have you on more and more as you get more and more projects, and look them out. B. Thomas Walton. I'm really proud of you, Tom. Thanks for coming on.
B. Thomas Walton, Filler Dreams, Safe Entertainment, Step by Step, Clap It, Habitual, holla at it, brother.
Thanks for coming on, brother. I'm really happy. Have a great night.
All right, Dan, you too, brother.
Bye-bye. Yeah, that's Tom Walton, man. He's a guy, Mike, he's a guy who never quit. There's a movie coming out. Yeah.
We were showing pictures of that Room 9. That looks unbelievably awesome. And I know as far as like Toxic Radio fan base goes, we have a ton of horror, passionate horror movie fans. And I'm hoping that everybody on Toxic Radio, our fans, check out that movie and follow it for when it comes out, because that looks really, really cool. Really awesome dude.
Listen, you definitely make sure you check him out. Have him on some of your other shows.
Mm-hmm.
I just want everybody to know, never quit, never surrender. You got to dream, just like Tom, me, Ikema, go after your dreams, never quit. It's going to happen. We have some great things happening in celebrity boxing. We're going to announce again next week. Next week, we're going to talk Rodney King. And I'm looking for a couple guests, not like looking, but I like some interesting guests. Like if you have a story, message me, then maybe I'll have you on. Thanks again from Mike Francolino, Toxic Radio, Ray Schaefer for coming on, the Godfather, and my son. Where's my son at? I got to give him his. My
There
man,
he is.
he's a superstar in the making. I love this guy with all my heart. That's my boy. And he's just an out and out, unbelievable kid. Mike, I appreciate you always making this stuff happen. Toxic Radio. We'll see you next week, guys. Celebrity
Great show.
Boxing Podcast.